What are some, let's say, looking back, right? What are some, I don't want to say mistakes because I mean you're in a great spot, but like looking back, what would you have done differently?
What would I have done differently? Number one thing, I would have accepted credit cards a lot sooner.
Interesting. Okay.
So that was another thing where I'm like, I'm going to keep my overhead as low as possible, right?
Yeah.
And so the big one is law pay. And they had, I think it was like a $10 or $20 per month fee. And I was like, I'm not taking that. Everyone's going to send me checks. And for the most part, they did. Because, I mean, construction clients, they don't care. They'll send out checks.
Right.
But again, I was still taking on like the random divorce case or an immigration case. And they were like, can I just pay online? And I'm like, no, you can't. And then I feel like I was turning away certain clients. So at some point, whatever it was just too much. And I was like, I'll just do it. I'll bite the bullet.
Do you accept Bitcoin?
I do not. Not yet. We'll see. Probably not anytime soon.
So accepting credit cards, I think that's great. It definitely just like reduces the friction of the entire.
Yeah, that's the thing too. And then, you obviously have to do this ethically and make sure like they understand what they're doing and sign a payment authorization form. But like, if someone is behind on payments or they don't refill that retainer, I mean, you can send them a note saying, "Hey, I am gonna bill your card that is on file," assuming they consented to that. Like you said, yeah, it reduces a lot of friction.
Yeah. What else? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't say. I think I've only done that once ever, so it's not all too common to be honest. But like, yeah, it's good. It's a good tool. Like if you need it.
Have you ever had a client decline the transaction?
I have not. I heard LawPay is really good about that though. If like
they are.
They are. Yeah.
That's all I'll say about that.
Okay.
But they do a great job.
Yeah, no chargebacks yet.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. What else besides credit card?
Another big mistake.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think don't sweat the little things because I was over here being like, oh, my signature on my email doesn't have my law firm's logo on it. No one cares at all about that. I do have it now because like I finally figured that out for whatever reason. But yeah, sweating so many little things where like I'm driving myself insane. Like my armpits are sweating from this. I'm like, is this gonna make me look unprofessional? But yeah, because the thing is, even if you don't know that much or you think you don't know that much, you definitely know more than your client.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean that in a way of like, trick them or screw them over. It's more so like you can help them. Even if you might not believe in yourself or think you can't, you probably can. There has to be some knowledge. I mean, you made it this far through law school. Probably passed the bar if you're watching this. Maybe not. But yeah, you definitely know more than the average person. I'm sure you can help them.
Yeah, that's that imposter syndrome, man. And I can only imagine like dealing with large companies or like you must. I mean, maybe like you probably felt that like quite a bit.
So the other thing was I made the connections, like I said, through I interned or worked under my grandfather in India a lot. And so they were used to him, right? And so when they would come with me with definitely much smaller things at the beginning, but still like these fairly large companies in India contacting me, I was like, oh man, I got to live up to this person's shoes. And like, I got to fill this person's shoes. So that was definitely tough. I don't really know how I got by it. It was just a lot of support from, loved ones around me. But yeah, you'll get over it at some point. Or I think you don't, and you just continue that way, which is fine too. I mean, like I'm still questioning things day to day where I'm like, all right, this is a very different type of patent. Is this something I really think I know what I'm doing in? Like I'm not out here like patenting pharmaceuticals, but like let's say a pharmaceutical company approached me, I'm like, is this really something I can do? I don't know. And the chances are like, I bet I could get somewhat close. It's probably not a case I would take on because it's not my area of expertise. But like, the thing is you have to know that you do know more than you think you do.
Absolutely.